it's a rare campaign. James and I are running as a team, all right? Great young guy. I've had many conversations with him. We see eye to eye on just about every issue, and we're plowing that ground together, and we're combining our campaign. So all our literature, you'll see both of us are on it. So we are running as a team. And if James doesn't win, I really don't want to win either, because we've got to have a solid majority. Right now, we are suffering from a majority that won't do the will of the citizens, right? They have constantly done everything in their power to keep you, the citizens, out of the meetings. You can no longer ask to have an agenda item put on an agenda. Only 10 people out of 40,000 inhabitants are allowed to speak at a council meeting, and they only get 3 minutes each. If there's a state mandated issue where you're forced to speak because the state says so, they take the number of people and divide it by 20 minutes. And there are some issues where they have literally said the citizens have 52 minutes to speak. 52 seconds to speak. And when they get through saying their name and their address, they've got 40 seconds to speak. Is that a government that cares about what you have to say? You better believe it's not. And then you think it can get worse? Absolutely, it can get worse. Clint will tell you, Suzanne will tell you. Then they passed and changed an ordinance that didn't allow their colleagues on the city council to put agenda items on a meeting agenda. The people you elected, who are elected at large, cannot put an agenda item on an agenda in the best interest of the citizens that they represent unless they get a majority of 3 saying that that agenda item could go on the agenda. And guess what happens to every one of Clint's issues and every one of Suzanne's issues? They get voted down 3-2, and they keep all their items off the agenda. Does that sound like a government that cares about you? Sure doesn't. Then they're going to tax you. Under Kim Lerner's administration, she has raised your taxes every year. She comes up with this fallacy, this statement that says, I didn't raise the millage rate. We didn't increase the millage rate. Well, let me tell you how this works. If your property value goes up 25% and the millage rate stays the same, you've got a 25% property tax increase, right? She's lying to these people, trying to infer that she's not raising the taxes. On top of raising your taxes every year, she's raised the city's fees every year. So if you've got a child or grandchild in the recreation program, if you're going to add on to your house, if you're going to start a business, if you need a sewer hookup to a business or a home, your fees go up every year. She's done this continuously. Along with the rising taxes come increasing number of employees every year, more and more equipment. I look at the public works equipment and I'm just in shock at what we've got. We've got equipment that top of the line construction companies can't afford to buy. I'm serious. We're driving 4 people with rakes in the back of the truck in an F4 250. Why would we do that? That truck is 4 times the cost that we need to be having a vehicle for those people to drive in to go rake leaves or blow off the parking lot somewhere. So we've got real problems. And you know, here's the catch. And I've often said, you know, Kim's a nice gal. She takes great selfies. She is the selfie queen. In terms of all mayors in the history of Peachtree City, nobody takes a selfie better than Kim Lerner does. But boy, let me tell you, the narcissistic side comes out. Now, I've just told you how she has taken you out of the picture as a constituent. I've just told you how she's taken her colleagues out of the picture as a constituent. Guess what she does for herself? She has her own taxpayer-funded internet show where she gives her opinions on everything, and it's all under her spin and using her propaganda, and you're paying for it. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in personnel, equipment, and everything else. And she has her own internet show that you're paying for. But she won't let you say a word. And she won't let him say a word on council.
Unless they argue. So,
you know, that's the person we're talking about. And let me tell you with the traffic. Everybody knows 7454, right? It's a debacle. It was beginning to be a debacle 20 years ago when I was mayor previously. That problem was created by a series of city council errant decisions over a 35-year period. We slowly but surely screwed up the land planning on Highway 54 West. We built Planterra Ridge first. Then we built all the shopping centers, the major traffic draws up there, the big box stores. Then we built the apartment complex behind them. And now we've built all that stuff up McDuff Parkway. That stuff up McDuff Parkway was supposed to be, and where Planterra was and where the big box stores are, that was supposed to be corporate headquarters sites and light industrial sites. They have taken it all out. Most of it is residential zoning. You know what that's done? That has sucked our future tax collection revenue potential that offsets our residential taxes because there is no land to build those facilities anymore. All of that money that we were going to be making in the future years, and we do attract high-end corporate headquarters and high-end jobs. Just drive down 74 and look what we've got. And they have taken all of that out of circulation and put residential homes on there. And those residential homes have to be at least $650,000 just for the city to break even on the services that we have to provide to them. That's a crime. We've cheated future generations of potential tax earnings that would make it more affordable for them to live in Peachtree City. Now they're going to cover all the costs. When they annexed the property on South 74, and it was residential property too, and then they annexed another lot and put more residential zoning on it, guess what we had to do? We had to expand all our city services. We had to build a brand new fire station, staffed 365 days, 24/7, all the equipment that goes with it, a building, and we're funding their law enforcement, public service pension program, all of that in perpetuity, tens of millions of dollars because they wanted to annex a few subdivisions. If we had people that would think about this stuff before they acted, or at least ask somebody who knows, but we have put ourselves in a major financial bind. Now, all these expanding budgets and all the taxes that they keep drawing from us year after year, all the fees they keep upping every year, we have $10 million in maintenance that can't be taken care of. The budget this year for this fiscal year had $730,000 in it. We've got to change some things very, very quickly. We're at a point where things definitely need to be looked at, and we're at a point where if we don't do something and we keep making these screwy decisions, we're never going to get it back. But 7454, and I'll end with this, and I'll give it to James. But 7454, that traffic debacle, the Fleisch administration accepted a proposal from GDOT. I was on the Board of Commissioners at the time. I went to the county transportation meeting. The GDOT engineers laid out the plan on the big conference room table. I looked at it for 3 minutes and I said, this doesn't do anything for the east-west traffic flow. And I looked at the engineer from DOT and I said, did you have money left over from a project and you're designing this to the budget? And he was quiet for about 4 seconds. And then he looked up at me and he said, yes, sir, this is a budget-constrained project. Now, I begged and begged and begged, don't do this project. Do not do this project. It is not going to solve the problem. And then the Lerner administration gets in and they approved it too. And now they're building a multi-million-dollar project that is going to have absolutely no impact on the east-west traffic. There's an interview on our website, and I hope you go to it. It's on the literature that we're passing out. I hope you go to it. There's an interview that I did with the engineer in charge of that project. He gave very honest answers, and you're not going to like the answers that he gives.